Hello, and welcome back to Bits and Bobs. In today's video we're going to be talking all about the Henry VIII Groat, a coin type from more medieval times, and here we see it on screen. Firstly I'll discuss the design with you, and then we'll move on to the facts and figures of this coin. So the design features a quartered arms shield in the middle, also known as the Royal Shield. Then, around the outside we have the legend, translating to, "I have made God my helper," the usual sort of inscription for the reverse of medieval coins, linking back to the divine right of kings and their ties with God and the church, as the monarch was also the head of the church at that time. Just to the right of the very top of the coin is a mint mark, and if you look closely you can see this is a portcullis mint mark. Mint marks were added to denote the date, rather than just typing the actual date in numbers, as that would have to be changed every year. Mint mark was about, 3, 4, maybe 5 years, so the dies could be changed less often, making it a cheaper and more affordable process to make coins, as the dies were all engraved by hand, and took a lot of money, effort and time to create. Now, as you see, we're looking at the obverse of the coin, where we feature the portrait of Henry VIII. His first portrait is much less lifelike than his second portrait, which looks a lot more like him, but he is crowned here with a nice big and detailed crown on his head and some longer hairstyle in the portrait. He's also featured facing to the right, rather than forwards, which he does on his second portrait, facing out of the coin. The legend around the coin is in Latin once again and translates to, "Henry VIII, by the grace of God, King of England and France." Now, he wasn't king of all of France, but there were still, disputes of land and claiming and stuff in France, so the coin still said he was king of France. There are also some mint marks on the coin, as these coins were minted in different mints at different times without the date and the mints being put on them. This is how you'd find out. Now then, as promised, on to the facts and figures of the Henry VIII Groat coin. So as I just said, these were minted in branch mints. The main mint was in London at the Tower of London, and there are a few branch mints up and down the country to help with production of these coins and to get them circulating in all corners of the UK. The coins were struck from .925 or sterling silver. However, in the reign of Henry VIII, there was a sort of scandal going on with debased coins with a bit less silver than there should be, so some of them might not contain the pure amount of silver, which was a scam for people at the time. The coins weighed 2.9 grams, so are fairly heavy for hammered coins, as they are very thin, and the diameter of this coin was also quite big at 26mm. Although they might not be always perfectly round, as clipping was a thing, where people clipped the sides of the coin off to get some extra silver for themselves before spending, save up their silver, and then they make a profit on the coin. These coins, or this coin type, was produced between 1509 and 1526, with the different mint marks being used in this period to denote a more precise time period for each individual coin, as I have mentioned. After 1526, the second type of Henry VIII groat was introduced. By the way, a groat is a 4p piece, and as there were 240 pence to the pound back in these days, it was 1/60th of a pound. Back in the 1500s, the early 1500s, 4p was equal to £30 today, whereas today 4p isn't worth that much. In the 1500s, 4p, £30, would definitely be more of a sum of money to hang on to. Now then, speaking of money, on to the value of this coin. It is hard to say the value, as of course these coins are all in varying condition over the 500 years. Some are made at various mints, different years and mint marks that are rarer and more common, but I'd say between £100 for a worn and sort of common style one, and then one that's in much nicer condition from perhaps a rarer mint or with a rarer mint mark sells up to £1,500. So, all in all, a very nice coin for any collector, especially of hammered coins, so please do comment down below if you have any hammered coins in your collection. And while you're down there commenting, please do subscribe, as we really appreciate all of your subscriptions, and we of course appreciate you watching, so thank you for that, and we'll see you next time on Bits and Bobs. Bye!